All right, so I'm just gonna walk through how to change your forgotten password um, in Splunk. And this is on the actual console, right, on the actual server. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I will log into my AWS just to start an instance and change my password. So let's go to EC2 and then let's start an instance. So let's see. Let me start the Splunk standalone one. Let's start this instance. So let's say I start this instance. We'll just have to wait for it to start. Let me make sure I do have the security key for this. Well, hopefully I do have the PEM keys to use for this. So let's see. If that doesn't work, I do have another server for sure that I do have the PEM keys for, so we could use that too. And while that is starting, maybe let me go ahead and start this server as well. So in case this does not work, I can just switch to that. So let's connect. So it's using ABC keys, which I do have. And first, let me make sure I can log in, right? So let's see. So https:// on 8,000. Okay, so it's still starting. Let's give it some time. Try it again. Okay, there we go. So this is unsafe. This is unsafe. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it says my license has expired, but let's ignore that for now. And let's, assume I'm logging in and I'm typing my password and it's not working, right? It's giving me a login failed. And I've tried multiple times. I cannot remember my password. So what I need to do is I would have to log in on the CLI, right? So let's go back to AWS and let's go back to that server. Let's connect to the CLI. So I'll go to SSH client and then I'll open a new CLI portal, make this big. Okay, so I would just have to locate my PEM key. My PEM key in this case is ABC keys, which I believe I have here in my Splunk folder, but let's see, ABC. Yep, I do have it there. So let me log into the server. And this is what you want to do. So once you're logged into the server, you may want to log in as Splunk, right? So I'll just do sudo su Splunk, and then I'll cd into opt Splunk etc system, and then local, right? This is where you want to be. Under here in local, we'll create a file called user-seed.conf, right? So we'll vi and then do user, and let me make this a little big so in case you're watching this video you could see it's much clearer. So user-seed.conf, right? This is what we want to create. And then after you create this, you would put in this information. Okay, so user underscore info, and then close the bracket, and then username is the admin username, so admin, and then a new password that you're trying to set. So password equals I can do something like QWERTY 12345, and then I would save this. Okay, so save this and then just do ls-l to make sure that this is owned by Splunk, right? So you can see that it's owned by Splunk. So you can see Splunk here, Splunk there. So that's good to go. The next place we want to go is in opt Splunk etc. Okay, now we'll do ls here. There's going to be a password file that we would have to rename. So this password file here, PASSWD, we would just have to rename it. So just do MV PASSWD and then space PASSWD dot BCK, to save it as a backup. So now if I do ls again, you can see that the name has now been changed to PASSWD backup. Now, the only thing we're left with is to restart Splunk. So I would cd into OPT Splunk bin, correct? And then we'll run our Splunk restart. So when Splunk restarts, we will now use the new password that we created in user seed. Note that the user seed configuration would have to disappear. It has to be deleted if this works, right? Because you don't want your password to be plain text or to just be showing on the server. That means if anybody logs into the server, they'll be able to see your password, right? So what we would do is we would just have to confirm that the password is gone. So I'll go back into OPT Splunk, etc system, local, right? Sorry, local, not Control C and CD again, CD into OPT Splunk, etc system, local. Okay, and if I do ls, we should not see the user seed configuration we created, and it's gone. So that is a good thing. That's a good sign that this is actually going to work. So let me log back into Splunk. I'm going to refresh this, and then I'll type in my admin, and then the password I just created, which was QWERTY12345, and then I'll now log in. You could see it successfully reset my password. So that's how you would reset your password if you've forgotten your password. I hope this video helps. Goodbye for now.